Before guns roared, before bombs painted the sky, there was silence. A silence that followed the shatter of a blade. It wasn't the sword that broke. It was the soul that held it. This is the story of how Japan's noblest warriors, the samurai, tore apart their own sacred code of honor. Not by defeat, but by choice.
Welcome to Legacy Chronicle Hub. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for more epic history stories.
For centuries, Bushido was more than a word. It was a heartbeat, an invisible rhythm that pulsed through every warrior's blood. It meant loyalty without question, courage without fear, death without hesitation. To the samurai, honor was life. To live without it was worse than dying with it. But like all fires, even the brightest flame consumes itself. And so, Bushido, once the light of a nation, would burn everything it touched. The samurai rose in the ashes of war. From the Heian to the Kamakura era, Japan was carved by steel and ambition. Clans battled not for wealth, but for legacy. It was here, amid the blood and silence, that Bushido was born. Part philosophy, part religion. The teachings of Zen monks whispered through mountain temples. Discipline, detachment, acceptance of death. A samurai was trained to serve. His life belonged not to himself, but to his daimyo, his lord. To hesitate was shame. To doubt was treason. To fail was seppuku. A blade in the stomach. A scream swallowed in the throat. A ritual of redemption carved into flesh. This was not cruelty. This was honor. Imagine it. The year is 1570. The air smells of pine and sweat. A young boy kneels before his master. In his hands, a wooden sword. In his eyes, no fear. Only purpose. For years, he trains in silence. Days filled with repetition, nights with meditation. Every strike a prayer. Every scar a lesson. He learns the 7 virtues of Bushido. Jie, righteousness. Yu, courage. Jin, benevolence. Rei, respect. Makoto, honesty. Meo, honor. Chugi, loyalty. He learns to bow before battle. And to smile before death. His sword becomes an extension of his soul. His armor, a cage of duty. But soon, the world will change. And the code that made him will unmake him. For centuries, the samurai ruled the battlefield. From the chaos of the Sengoku Jidai, the age of warring states, to the iron peace of the Tokugawa shogunate. They fought with elegance. Their tactics, precise. Their loyalty, absolute. But absolute loyalty breeds corruption. When a lord's greed grew darker than his honor, his samurai followed blindly. Castles burned, peasants starved. And honor became convenient. Then came the gun. The Tanegashima, a foreign weapon that spat death faster than any sword. The samurai looked upon it with disgust. But when the smoke cleared, it wasn't the muskets that won. It was change. The enemy wasn't the foreigner. It was themselves. Samurai who once swore loyalty to their lords turned their blades on each other. Families divided, brothers slain, teachers killed by students. The Bushido that once united them became a weapon of hypocrisy. Lords preached honor, while selling their souls for power. Samurai claimed loyalty, while plotting rebellion in the dark. And when the emperor's restoration began in the mid-1800s, the samurai found themselves obsolete, relics of an age that no longer wanted them. They had lived by the sword. Now, they would die by it. The year is 1877. The last true samurai stand in the fields of Satsuma. Their leader, Seigo Takamori, once a loyal general of the emperor, now branded a traitor. He rides beneath a rising sun, his armor heavy with memory. Across from him, imperial soldiers in Western uniforms. Rifles. Cannons. Gunpowder. The two worlds collide. Steel meets smoke. The old Japan meets the new. When the battle ends, the field is silent. Thousands of samurai lie dead. Their swords glint faintly under gray clouds. Seigo, wounded and broken, kneels beneath a tree. He whispers an old prayer. And falls upon his blade. Bushido dies with him. Not in glory. But in heartbreak. And yet, Bushido never truly vanished. Its spirit lingers. In the discipline of Japan's soldiers. In the precision of its craftsmen. In the quiet honor of its people. Even today, the samurai's ghost walks beside the modern man. In every act of loyalty, in every silent sacrifice. But the question remains. Was Bushido truly about honor? Or obedience? When loyalty blinds the warrior. When pride replaces compassion. Honor becomes another chain. The samurai didn't just destroy their code. They proved that no code survives without the soul to uphold it. Before tanks, before drones. Before the thunder of modern war. There was the whisper of steel meeting steel. And in that whisper, echoed a promise. To live with honor. To die with grace. But somewhere along the way, the echo faded. So the next time you hear the word samurai, don't just think of warriors and swords. Think of the silence that followed. And the lesson it left behind. If this story moved you, leave a like, share it with a warrior's heart. And subscribe to Legacy Chronicle Hub. So that the ghosts of history are never forgotten. Because legends don't die. They just wait to be remembered.